Oh, hello everyone. Oh, look who's back.
Your old pal, Hellogreedo.
My boy.
Yeah. Oh, General CJG here as well. We're both gonna react to a recent video about Hellogreedo.
Yeah, he my favorite show is gonna talk about Emperor Palpatine returning.
It's gonna be fun. So, shall we get into it?
All right. And it's only 5 minutes, so
Yeah, of course.
all right.
I mean,
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, the cackle. That trailer ending cackle. That old familiar glorious laugh. But what is he gonna be doing in the movie? What is he even doing in the movie? This could be really great. Or really bad. I do love the
it's a body
idea
of,
of a
current
saga-wide villain. 3 trilogies, 1 diabolical thread. In the first 2 trilogies, Palpatine was out in front, he was in the open, hiding in plain sight, seen, heard, becoming the face of the Empire, and maybe here, he's taking a different approach. Hiding in the shadows, manipulating from afar. The main guess, and I call them guesses, but the main guess that I've seen floating around the internet is that Palpatine has been pulling the strings this whole time, and Snoke was nothing more than a puppet, a willing puppet caught in Palpatine's plan. Sure, I guess anything is possible, but the idea of Palpatine living in the Death Star rubble for 30 or 40 years, surviving off of rats and cockroaches, and drinking the piss of millions of stormtroopers from the station's urinal pipes for hydration seems pretty ridiculous. Just the idea of Palpatine being back in flesh and blood after all these years, surviving the endless plunge down the reactor shaft and fucking exploding seems goofy. Seems pretty fan-fiction-y. Whatever that means.
Lol.
And we all kind of know what it means. And yeah, maybe a
Lol.
holocron. Maybe a dark side force ghost who's stuck in one place. Maybe. Another guess is that, like in Rebels, the portals that led to Worlds Between Worlds, glimpses of the past, dimensions even. Now, this one is grounded in some non-film material. There's some validity to the Palpatine portal concept, because it's actually been seen before. Maybe Kylo is trying to access it, maybe Rey stumbles upon it. Who knows? I'm very curious if that's something that would even be in a Star Wars movie. The movies, as I've said, have always been pretty simple. And then the non-film material is where things get a little trippy, a little out there and experimental at times. And let's face it, the vast majority of people who go see a Star Wars movie have not looked at the non-film material. The vast majority. So, if something like
I think we
portals
should
and
respond to that.
Yeah.
Iron, pause.
I am paused, so
Okay, so first of all, regarding his statement that vast majority of Star Wars fans don't look at anything Star Wars past the movies. Do you think that's true, Iron, or do you think that's just something that he thinks?
well, if it's just casual moviegoers,
He, he he's probably talking about the casual moviegoers. I mean,
so if it's that regard, then yeah, but
I guess so, yeah. Though even casual moviegoers play Star Wars video games from
that's
time to
true.
time. So, and the more hardcore Star Wars fans explore more than just the movies and the video games, and hell, even more than TV shows. So, if
Exactly.
you ask me, there's a little bit more people that have watched the Star Wars movies, but also played the video game. And the video games were always part of the expanded universe, at least before Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
So,
Like, oh, I know so many people who are casual fans who have played The Force Unleashed or the original Star Wars Battlefronts.
oh, me too. Me too, my friend. I have a few friends that actually have definitely only played the Battlefronts and the Force Unleashed and a few other Star Wars games like the Rogue Squadron games. So yeah, and also so there's that about that. And another thing that Hellogreedo said, the movies are always very simple and the expanded material get more complicated. What about the sequel trilogy? Didn't that get super overcomplicated and messy as fuck in terms of its continuity and what it was doing? Like it's far from simple. Like seriously, it's far from simple. I mean, okay, Iron. Do you see the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi as simple movies? Because to me, they're more like the only way you can take them simple is to literally not take any sort of continuity whatsoever and just enjoy like a disposable, watchable movie.
Well,
a Netflix movie.
it kind of depends on what we're talking about.
I'm talking about not taking not the story seriously, not the continuity seriously, just watching it just for fun, like just the action and the visuals and that's it. Just that shit. Kind of like how people go and see the Transformers movies for nothing but just a pure spectacle.
All right.
That's what I think those movies are, because honestly, if you take them into consideration for story and the characters and the continuity, it just falls apart badly.
Literally, especially since you have to read the supplementary material to understand certain things.
Yep, and even if you do, that supplemental material gets retconned by the next sequel trilogy movie, so it's fucking worthless. So there's that. So I'm surprised that Hellogreedo is like, I like movies simple, and yet The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are far from simple. So there's that. I bet he was shitting on the prequels, because apparently in the eyes of the OT fanboys, the prequels are too complicated to understand.
We just want stormtroopers and rebels, and that's all.
Oh god, I hate that stupid shit. There's that. Something funny. That apparently Hellogreedo, he's saying that Palpatine back in the flesh and blood, very very goofy, and I'm like, you do know that thanks to The Last Jedi, if Palpatine actually comes back, even as a Force ghost, he could still cause tons of damage and could actually still come back and literally ruin the ending of Episode 6, even if he's just a Force ghost.
Exactly.
Like he doesn't even have to be in flesh and blood. He can just be a Force ghost. In fact, thanks to the leak, we know that he's gonna come back as a Force ghost spirit and possessing one of Kylo Ren's followers.
Yeah, one of the Knights of Ren.
Yep.
Oh.
That's gonna be fun.
All right.
I think, yeah, let's continue.
What else does he have to say? 3, 2, 1, go.
Stuff like that is going to be introduced to the movies for the first time. Would there need to be a lot of expository dialogue? Would we get a scene like the architect from Matrix Revolutions, where it's just a wave of expository dialogue explaining the entire trilogy? Here, have some expository dialogue, moviegoer. But it is plausible. It is plausible, and I think it's kind of likely. And I would prefer it to a clone or a resurrection or even some type of stationary dark side ghost. Because I've never been a fan of character resurrections. You guys know that. As much as I like Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, the idea of Darth Maul in the Clone Wars has never sat right with me. Same with Boba Fett. Cool. He survived the pit. Neato. Fan love bringing characters back to life to run around in future installments of a linear story. Will this be another case of that? Will this be a case of a character being long gone only to go, surprise, sucker? He's been alive this whole time. Cool, right? Hey, Star Wars fan, isn't it cool that a character that you like, known as Emperor Sheev Palpatine, is back, Star Wars fan? Good news, Star Wars fan. Good morning, Star Wars fan. Hello, Star Wars fan. Remember your favorite character, Emperor Sheev Palpatine, Star Wars fan? He's back. I can appreciate and enjoy post-death stories, while at the same time thinking that character resurrections are a little unimaginative. I can have those two competing thoughts in my head simultaneously. Right? That's okay. Right, Star Wars fan? My whole thing about Palpatine being back is that, as I've said, J.J. Abrams is the mystery man. He never likes to reveal too much. He always likes to keep the cards close to his chest. And think about it. What would be the biggest in-theater holy shit moment in all of Star Wars? Bigger than I Am Your Father. Bigger than anything. It would be Palpatine popping up on screen without any prior hint, without any knowledge of it happening before sitting your happy ass down in the theater. Holy shit, Palpatine is on screen. But no, they waste the surprise on a teaser trailer? That's why I'm thinking this will all be way more subtle than some folks are thinking. Obviously, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But it's best to keep those theories, those guesses, realistic, restrained, and reasonable. Star Wars movies are usually pretty simple. So, how is old Palpatine back? Who knows? It could be really great. Or, it could be really... bad.
Oh, it's gonna be really bad. Okay, Iron, pause.
Yep.
So... okay, first thing I'm gonna say is in regards to him saying that that it could be really bad. Oh, it's gonna be really bad, guaranteed. It's gonna be absolutely awful.
It is. I mean,
It's
the
gonna be
only
really
story that could pull this off is Dark Empire.
Yep. And here's the thing: him saying that J.J. Abrams, he should have kept Palpatine's reveal silent. He should not have revealed in the trailer. Well, okay, here's the thing. Here's the reason why they revealed it. Okay, Aaron, you already know the insane backlash against The Last Jedi, and how much many people are like, how much many people I'm done with this shit. I'm not gonna bother, not anything. Why do you think they put that Palpatine laugh in the end of the
try to hype people up to draw them in.
Exactly. There's no other reason than for it to happen. So that was a plan. J.J. Abrams could have definitely kept it silent, but since The Last Jedi caused insane amounts of damage to the fan base, they had to bring some way into, to hype up the movie, to make it so that everyone, even the people that are not going to see it, that they should now have some sort of reason to finally see it.
Exactly.
Now, here's the reason why I think having the small teaser means only Palpatine is going to show up in the movie a little bit is not true. I'm going to say this because, okay, think about it. Why would they put something like that in a trailer? Like you're building lots of hype only for it to be nothing but a simple cameo or something small. That will be big misleading marketing in regards to the teaser.
Exactly.
And many people would be like, no, Palpatine's not really there. It's just some sort of cameo, so don't bother. He's not really back. Like the casuals wouldn't really care if he's not really back. Like they would say, oh, so it's just again more of the same bullshit from The Last Jedi. I'm out. I'm not even bothering the movie. Like seriously, they will do that.
And I'm surprised Hellogreedo wasn't a fan of Darth Maul returning in TCW.
It says he likes how they execute it, but not the idea. So, I mean, I guess that's something. But here, okay, speaking of character resurrections, here's something that Hellogreedo didn't say in this entire video, but throughout his video of the top 5 worst things in the Hispanic universe. The return of Palpatine ruining the ending of episode 6 and Vader's sacrifice. Did he mention it in this video at all?
Not once.
Yep. That was supposedly his biggest problem with that shit back then, besides it being goofy. And he hasn't mentioned it here or in the previous video he did about Palpatine coming back in episode 9. He seriously is not mentioning this at all. What does that tell you, Iron? To me, it tells
subtly
me that...
tells me he's shilling for it.
Yeah. He's shilling for it. Because he knows that if Palpatine actually comes back, his entire claims and negatives against Dark Empire are going.
So he's just going to pretend like he never said that.
Exactly. And I think he's starting to pretend that because he hasn't said it, despite his top 5 video shitting badly on Dark Empire's resurrection of Palpatine because for 2 big reasons: goofy as fuck and ruins Vader's sacrifice. And he's not mentioning one of those 2. That's the irony of this.
And I really do
Chilling
think
like a
he's gonna
pro.
defend it somehow
Of
when the
course,
movie comes
because
out.
yeah, because he needs his ties with Disney Star Wars. You know, his Star Wars Insider articles and his Battlefront EA insights with EA. Oh no, with Jedi Fallen Order actually, because actually he's one of the few people that have legitimately played Jedi Fallen Order, a demo. Yeah, back in E3.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think he's trying to keep his shilling as much as possible to continue having all those sneak peeks and stuff from Disney Star Wars and EA. Oh man, that's something. So yeah,
All right, so yeah.
that's that's all I gotta say with this one. What do you think, Iron?
Well, I can't wait to see what Hellogreedo thinks.
I can already guess what he is gonna think.
All right, so we'll see you
That's
guys
gonna be.
around.
Bye bye.